Hello, dear students. Greetings to all. Today we are going to begin a new chapter, The Power of Music. It is written by Sukumar Rai. He was a Bengali writer and poet from India. He is remembered mainly for his writings for the children. The poem, The Power of Music, is also a very beautiful poem. Let us recite this poem. When summer comes, we hear the hums of Bhishma Lochan Sharma. You catch his strain on hill and plain from Delhi down to Burma. He sings as though he's staked his life. He sings as though he's hell bent. The people dazed retire amazed, although they know it's well meant. They are tumbled in the panic rout, or languish pale and sickly, and plead, my friend, we are near our end. Oh, stop your singing quickly. The bullock carts are overturned and horses line the roadside. But Bhishmalochan, unconcerned, goes booming out his broadside. The wretched brutes resent the blare the hour they hear it sounded. They whine and stare with feet in air, or wander quite confounded. The fishes dived below the lake in frantic search for silence. The very trees collapse and shake, you hear the crash a mile hence, and in the sky the feathered fly turn tortile while they are winging. Again we cry, we are going to die, or won't you stop your singing? But Bhishma sought beyond our reach, however we plead and grumble. The Vulcan weeps to hear his screech, and mighty mansions tremble. But now there comes a billy god, a most sagacious fellow. He downs his horns and charges straight, with bellow answering bellow. The strains of song are tossed and rilled by blast of brutal violence, and Bhishmalochan grants the world the golden gift of silence. The poem is all about the story of Bhishmalochan. He is an eccentric character and he sings his legendary tunes in the summer, which are heard from Delhi to Burma. And the thing to be noticed is that Bhishmalochan do not know singing. His singing is definitely not of the highest quality, so it disturbs whoever hears it. People request him to stop singing, but he is not at all listening, or he is not at all concerned about that. And he keeps singing. All the animals, human beings, and everything stopped walking because of his singing. The fishes dive deeper into the lake, trees crush and fall, birds turn upside down in the sky. These are the impacts of his singing. And finally, a belly god takes action. He chased him and hit him. Finally, he stopped singing. That is the very basic summary of this poem. Let us look at them elaborately. When summer comes, we hear the hums of Bhishmalochan Sharma. The main character, Bhishmalochan Sharma, is singing. You catch his strain on hill and plain from Delhi to Burma. Here, the word strain means the sound of music being played or sung. During summer season, we hear the sound of Bhishmalochana. He always sings. Whenever he moves, he goes, he always keeps singing. He sings as though he is staked his life. He sings as though he is hell bent. Staked means risked something important. Hell bent means determined to do something even though the results may be bad. That means while he is singing, he thinks that he even risked his life and singing, or he is not at all thinking about the bad effect of his singing. The people dazed retire amazed, although they know it's well meant. The people are confused. They are retired. They leave. They withdraw when they hear the sound of Bhishmalochan. Even though he may be singing something very beautiful, the words may be very meaningful, but the people are getting confused. They are bewildered. When you look at the picture, you can see the people uh, cover their ear and they run away from the place. They are tumbled in the panic rout and languish pale and sickly, Stumbled means got stepped on heavily. Rout means a disorderly retreat. Languish means to become weaker. By listening to the song of Bhishmalojana, the people become very weak and everything become disordered, which means by his singing the entire world becomes disordered. The people are confused, the people are becoming weak. That means his singing makes the people weak. And plead, my friend, we are near our end. Oh, stop your singing quickly. So the people request them, oh, my dear friend, we are going to die. We are near our end. It's going to end our life. Oh, stop your singing quickly. Please stop it. The bullock carts are overturned and the horses line the roadside, which means nobody can sustain the singing of Bhishmalochan. By listening to his song, they become very disturbed. But Bhishmalochan, unconcerned, goes booming out his broadside. That means he is not at all concerned about anything which happens around him. The people are disturbed, the animals are disturbed, but he is not at all worried about them. He keeps singing. Booming means singing out his broadside. Broadside means an aggressive attack in spoken or written words. That means he is singing very badly. He is singing very aggressively, and the people are getting very disturbed. The wretched brutes resent the blare the hour they hear it sounded. That means the wretched means the unhappy Brutus. Brutus means animals. The unhappy animals become very angry by listening to the sound of Bhishmalocans. We can say that the brutal animals, the very angry animals, they become more angry when they listen to the sound of Bhishmalocans. They whine and stare with feet in air or wander quite confounded. Whine means make a long, high, unpleasant sound because of pain. So when they feel some very strong pain, they may make a sound. These animals will make a sound. And by listening to the sound of the music of Bhishmalogans, they feel too much pain in themselves, and they make a very unpleasant sound and stare with the feet in air. So they raise their feet in the air and wander quite confounded. Confounded means confused. Even the animals are becoming very distracted, disturbed. They raise their feet and they make noise. The fishes dive below the lake in frantic search for silence. So the fishes are going deep to the lake in search of silence. The very trees collapse and shake. You hear the crash a mile hence. So, by the sound of these Bhishmalogans, the trees are collapsed, and in the sky the feathered fly turned turtle while they are winging. The birds were flying in the sky, and it turned upside down. Again we cry, we are going to die, oh, won't you stop singing? Then the people again will ask him, oh, will you stop? We are going to die. But Bhishma scorned beyond our reach. However, we plead and grumbled. Even though we are continuously requesting him to stop singing, he is not at all concerned. The welkin weeps to hear his screech, and mighty mansions tumble, which means welkin means sky or heaven. The heaven is crying, weeps to hear his screech. So by listening to the sound of Bhishmalogans, the heaven itself is crying, and mighty mansions tumble. Mansion means a huge houses, huge palaces uh, in heaven, and even those mansions fell down due to the sound of Bhishmalogans. But now there comes a billy goat, a most sagacious fellow. Now here comes the real hero, a billy goat, a male goat, a most sagacious fellow, a very wise fellow. He downs his horns and charges straight. He kept his horns down and he moved very fast forward with a bellow answering bellow. Bellow means an angry shout in a loud, deep voice, and he was shouting and he moved forward very fast, keeping his horns down. The strains of song are tossed and rilled by blast of brutal violence. Finally, the male goat hit Bhishmalogans and he fell down. and Bhishmalojan grants the world the golden gift of silence. By that hit, Bhishmalojan stopped singing. So this is a very beautiful summary of this poem. Dear students, I request you all to recite the poem thoroughly and learn it all the difficult words. Have a nice day. God bless you.